Don't care.
Please, Mav.
Don't care.
Please,
What do
Mav.
you mean, please, Mav?
Bro,
Hey,
listen.
No.
How
No,
many
no.
times
I'll
have
tell you
people
this,
said,
I'll tell you this,
go
I'll
on,
tell you
spit it
this.
out.
Who invited
Unless-
Mav, bro?
Yeah.
Get that out of here.
Nah.
I've had to try and concoct this one carefully here.
Oh, God.
Why did guys just say that, bro? I haven't even said the
Got
names
this one
yet.
differently. Messi got asked about literally who one of his most impressive players were. Like, that has to count for something. Like,
I mean, it doesn't when he says the pool as well. So
I think it does.
It doesn't
I
count.
think it
I'm
speaks
afraid.
volumes.
Sadly, this is a democracy. So I would love to do a thing where I say, listen, it's my ball, I'm going home, but I can't. I got a podcast to manage. Yo, what is everyone saying? Welcome back to another episode of the Total 90 podcast. Hope everyone's had a wonderful weekend. I know I have personally. Today we're going to be running something a little different. I won't lie. I absolutely stained this from Sharky's pod. So shout out SDS for this one. We're going to be doing start, sub, sell. Joining me today, first up, he's coached his team to a top 4 spot in the EA Sports Cup. So Daniel Levy, if you happen to be watching, I have your Conte replacement ready-made right here. Denman, how are you, sir?
I'm good, man. I think I could do a better job with that crop of players, to be fair, as well.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. Thanks for having me on again. You know the vibe. Good to be back.
All
Looking
good,
forward
brother.
to today's one. I think it'll be good fun.
Yes, sir. A bit of debating. We don't mind that one over here. And next up, this guy, he's transitioned from the graphics guy behind the scenes to a favourite amongst the ultras. Although, let's be honest, even though he's not holding his mic and that anymore, he did cheat last week. But what can I expect from a Chelsea fan? Yaz, how are you, mate?
No, it's not cheating. It's not cheating. Once again, it's a deserved win.
A cheat would say that.
Yeah. You were caught red-handed. The fans got you, but it's crazy. And lastly, not the best week for this fella. I can't lie to you. He had to watch his boy CR7 drop a stinker on his debut for Al Nassr, and then he watched his other boys come to the Emirates and get absolutely little broed by Mikel's tricky Reds. Mav, have the wounds healed since the weekend?
I mean, neither of those things you mentioned actually bother me in the slightest. So I don't actually know how to
But I
respond
thought
to that,
you are a United fan, and that's your goal. Like, it's not great.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure his debut was scoring 2 goals against Messi. But
is that a debut? Wow,
I don't know.
If you can't, that it says random charity.
Well,
game.
I mean, it was his first game for Al Nassr, right? That's normally what debut means. But yeah. So no, I don't really. Yeah, I don't. It was successful weekend. I think Arsenal played fantastic. I actually can't really. I thought they were great. I loved the game. It felt like an old-fashioned game for once. So yeah,
Fair
it was
enough.
good.
Yeah, that's how United are falling, man. They're happy with that. Anyway, like I said, start, sub, sell. Very simple. I'm gonna list 3 players in every position. So 3 keepers, 3 right backs, centre back, so on and so forth. And we have to come to a group decision to decide which player we're gonna start, which we're going to put on the bench, and which we're going to sell. Obviously, based on this season, just for longevity. I know guys are going to cry at me, but listen, it's not my fault Arsenal keep on winning, yeah? So if there's any Arsenal play, it's not my fault. Like, just have to just charge it. Obviously, if you guys like it, we can do ones for prime. We can do like RVP, Torres, Falcao, and that in another video. But for today's one, we're doing it on this season. It will be a lot of Prem players, but a few La Liga and other leagues as well. So without further ado, we shall get stuck in straight away with our goalkeepers. Now, I'm going to say this beforehand. It is not always going to just be the 3 best players in their position. Some of them are going to be a bit of banter ones, or some are going to be similar level. So, goalkeepers. Arguably decent keepers that are quite error prone. We have David De Gea, Ederson, and Donnarumma.
Oh,
That's easy, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know, maybe.
go on, man. You can kick us off.
For me, it's start Donna, bench Ederson, and sell De Gea, and that's cut and dry. That's easy for me. I can't lie.
Yeah, so I've actually gone the same. However, I do believe the conversation would be different if Ederson was playing for any other club apart from Man City. I think if Ederson was in the sticks for United, the conversation could be very different. It could be tighter between Ederson and
Do you
De Gea,
really
yes.
believe that?
Lower than
Yeah,
De Gea,
no,
though.
I do believe it.
But
Okay,
I reckon Eric might like to have a bit of Edison back there. We saw what happened with De Gea when he was booting it out for throws.
Don't get me wrong.
That's
No,
what
don't
I was
get me
about
wrong.
to say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, it'd be great. Like he'd suit the style which Ten Hag's trying to play, but at the same time, he's nowhere near as good a shot stopper as De Gea.
But I think a lot of De Gea's shot stopping comes from situations he creates.
It's his
he
fault,
creates,
isn't it?
So
his own chances.
yeah, so I think if he was in a City team, for example, or another team where they don't have as many shots against them usually, and he went in goal, I think you'd see the real reason why United concede. So I think if you put Ederson in, they literally don't, like, Arsenal's first goal came from his dodgy kicking and not being able to kick it more than 7 yards. He genuinely struggled. Like, I've never seen a keeper so bad with his feet. Like, it's the most annoying thing in the world.
Yeah.
He's so bad.
I do agree with you. Like with the whole thing, I do agree with you. It's just I generally believe Ederson is an overrated goalkeeper. Like when it comes down to it.
Well, the whole thing was I've put in 3 that I believe are overrated. So it's which of the 3 do you think is the least? Yaz, your thoughts on this trio here?
I'm gonna keep Donna, bench Ederson, sell De Gea because I can't lie. No team would like De Gea. He's a downgrade.
Yeah, I agree.
He's error. Put Ederson in that United team, and they're somehow gonna be better.
Yeah, I hear that. For me, it was easy to put De Gea as definitely you're getting sold, bro. I don't even care if it's for peanuts, bro. You're still getting sold. If it's a 5, I'll take it. The top 2 was interesting because Donnarumma is he's a bit shaky. I can't lie, man. Like recently, I've not been feeling what Donnarumma has been providing to us. But obviously, democracy-wise, we've all gone for, or most of us have gone for Ederson. Number 1 in this trio, so I'm happy to go Ederson, Donnarumma, and then sell De Gea. That's no dramas. We move on to right backs. This one, you can argue that they are maybe 3 of the best, or they're definitely up there. We have Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James, and Hakimi.
Oh,
Start 1, bench 1, sell 1. Who would like to kick us off on this?
Now that's a better question. That's a question. Okay. I think the start. Me personally, I think the person who starts is clear. Like when it comes to, I don't personally think it's even a debate. Like I think Reece James starts. Like if obviously fully fit, like taking obviously like all the injuries and stuff.
Yeah, of
like,
course, of course.
Wait.
You say, I'm cool with you picking it, but you just said clear.
Yeah. I think
You
Reece
used the
James
word
is
clear.
absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
What? In what world is he? Did you watch the
Wait,
World Cup?
who are you referring to here?
Like, you can't watch Hakimi at the World Cup and tell me Reece James is clear. There's no way.
That's fine, but he's
There's
like,
no way.
I can
he's
tell
clear
you
on
though,
top of
man.
that. Like,
I
for
can
me,
tell
like-
you can watch the World Cup and you can say, wow, what's a right back. You watch Ligue 1 and he goes 10 matches without completing a cross. Thoughts? For an offensive wing back in a 3-back system.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's one of those. It's
Word to
one of
Gary
those.
Neville, man.
I genuinely believe like, I don't think Reece James is clear. You guys know my opinion on Ligue 1. I really struggle to judge a player playing in Ligue 1 because they literally turn up, don't take it seriously, win games and go home. So I don't know how Hakimi would be in a team that he had to actually take it seriously, because I mean, again, if you watch him in the Dortmund days, and I know obviously Dortmund's a very different team, he was a very, very different player. You know, he was much better at the attacking side of things. He took it far more seriously every game. Champions League for them, he was incredible. In Champions League for PSG, he's much better because he needs to be, you know. I think the only time I'm going to judge him is on games that matters, not Ligue 1, because that's Mickey Mouse, and when it matters, he's one of the best right backs in the world.
So when I say clear, I mean non-debatable, because I don't think it's a debate that Reece James should not be below top.
Yeah.
Like,
I
because
respect it.
he's got, like, for Reece James, when he first come through and people used to hype him up, I never saw the light too soon. And like, just from whenever I've watched him play, like, he has got it all. He's got everything you want in a right back, in my
He's the
opinion.
most complete
complete,
one there.
yeah.
definitely.
Like, and I just think he's brilliant. I think he's brilliant. And it's no surprise that when Chelsea play bad, I think there was a stat like in 10 games, Chelsea haven't won a game, and the one game Reece James was actually there, they won. Now that could be a coincidence, fair enough.
It's
But
not.
at the same time, like, a lot of Chelsea fans do say that like their best player on the flipping team is Reece James. I
So
think
what?
he's
So
brilliant.
so Trent getting no love at all? Is he getting what, dashed?
I mean, we're doing it off this season, right? So
Yeah.
this season, he gets absolutely no love
Fair
over
enough.
these two.
See, I got time for Trent. I can't even lie. But I did
Fair
see
enough.
a clip the other day, yeah. I can't remember who Liverpool were playing. It was on the timeline where he just stood on the edge of the box and he didn't move.
Bro,
Did
this
anyone
is
else
so
see that
ridiculous.
clip?
This
Right.
controller,
I
bro.
watched that.
I see that clip and I just shook my head. I was like, no, man.
He's playing on 700 ping this season, bro.
I
That's the
know,
only thing
man.
I
I was
can
just
say, man.
like,
He
how has this
racked him
happened?
barely.
Like, I felt bad for him.
It's just like every week when Liverpool is about to play, it's just insert winger. I can't wait to watch him cook Trent. It's just
Yeah,
every
that's
game,
literally,
every opponent.
bro, we even did it. Bro, we had James Milner playing, and guys were like, "Oh, I can't wait to watch Trent come on and
Yeah,
try and
and get
defend against
cooked.
Mudryk."
Like,
No, man.
it was-
Like,
It's
people
funny.
football Twitter is so toxic, man. It's so toxic, bro. It's so toxic. I hate
love
it.
it.
Struggles, man. It struggles.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot, man. Sadly. So I guess we're all agreeing then. So start Reece James, sub Hakimi, and then Trent is getting sold. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
All right,
Absolutely.
then. Cool. We'll move on to a right centre back. And to be honest with you, most of these guys they've played right back. Like sometimes they play somewhere else, but you get the point. I had to just put 3 players anyway. This one is going to be less elite than the last right back category. It's going to be Koulibaly,
Oh,
Upamecano,
oh.
and Koundé. Which of these 3 are you going to be starting? Which are you going to put on the bench? And
Can I
which
just
one
dive?
is
Can I
getting
dive in
sold?
quickly and get mine out of the way?
You
before
most
the people
certainly
start?
can. Dive in, brother.
Just
Feel
because,
free.
like, right, I'll be real. I don't watch Bundes. I don't watch La Liga too tough nowadays. Like I used to watch it all the time. I just don't watch it as much as much as people say. Koulibaly, Yaz, you're a Chelsea fan, right?
Yeah, send him back
So
to Italy.
you might have a different opinion to me, right? So Koulibaly's a weird one. Now, I might be heavily biased because he's in my fantasy team.
What?
But no,
Like
it's
that.
draft. No,
Uh-oh.
it's draft. It's draft, innit, Mav? It's draft. So like, there's loads of us. So
I wasn't me. That was Yaz. Yaz
Oh,
reached
was
out
Yaz?
to.
Oh,
That
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
me for one.
Yaz was the
That
one
you.
yelling.
I was disbelieved.
Octave in my life.
Let him land. Let him land.
But yeah, Koulibaly, there's been too many games which I've watched of him where he just looks a bit like a bozo, just like a bit of a calamity at times. Like I don't know if you'll disagree, Yaz. It's fine. You watch Chelsea more than me, but just from what I've seen personally, he seems very inconsistent. But I'm sure you'll have a better.
We
opinion than me when
bought
it
him
comes to
too
that.
late. He's not like he needs time to adapt in the Premier League, but he's 31 as well. If you it's because I have high standards because of what Thiago Silva did, but if you don't come in at the age of 31 experienced, immediately impact, then honestly you have no hope. He's been absolutely horrible this season, so it's an easy one. He's getting sold. I think.
And who's starting for you then?
Listen, I know Upa is a bozo to you guys, okay? But
He is, yeah.
he has, like, if he fixes that bozo gene a little bit, he's a very good center back.
Bro, you can't fix the bozo gene.
Yeah,
The bozo gene
I'm only
stays with
watching
you.
what
You
I've
can,
seen
you
in the
can,
last
you
6
can.
months.
Let Yaz land. I think
You
he's gonna
can.
land where I'm about to land.
He has the ceiling to be the best, better than Kunde, in my opinion. It's just, he's too shaky.
No,
And
that's
once
cold,
he-
but this is not a potential one. This
But
is
yeah,
like,
no,
we're
right
starting
now,
them
yeah.
this weekend.
I
we're
just
starting them.
want to justify Upamecano.
Yeah.
Because he's getting a lot of hate. of
Yeah,
him,
I seen him in
right?
his last game though. My goodness, should have got sent off and scored an own goal as well.
That,
But yeah.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Cool.
obviously, social media, you just like to troll. You see the bad sides of the player, but the positives, there is positives for Upa. It's just there's too many negatives.
But Mav, I've always known you as someone that you love to rate your centre backs based on scoring nice volleys. So surely Koulibaly has to go quite high up for you, no?
For me, it's start Upa, bench Koundé, and sell Koulibaly. I think Upamecano is one that, like other centre backs with the bozo gene, for some reason he gets discredited way lower because of the bozo gene than some other centre backs that play for some other clubs, i.e. Gabriel, i.e. Romero. Centre backs like this. So
No
I
need
think
for that, mate. No need
Upamecano,
for
in
that,
my
mate.
opinion. There's a reason at the end of the day that Koundé is used at right back utility quite a lot, and pushed out as centre back by literally anyone in every team. If you were telling me to choose one to start the final of a World Cup, for example, in centre back, and they're my 3 options, I'm starting Upa over the other 2, in my opinion.
In that scenario, it's a bit cheeky because if it's a final, like you've just said, I can't lie, Koulibaly might show up, Captain Koulibaly. You're not hearing
You know
that.
what? I hear that. I actually hear that.
Yeah.
I do hear
Ever
it.
so
I know-
slightly.
I know it's a
Do
troll,
you know
yeah,
what?
but
I
I
can't hear it,
actually
but
do.
he's still getting sold.
I actually do, low
Yeah.
key.
You know what it like for me in any of these scenarios, yeah, Koundé gets benched, right? Just because like I guess you can come on right back, you can come on wherever you like, innit? A bit versatile. The first and third is what's kind of bugging me because I kept on flipping it around when I was obviously making the list beforehand. But I guess since we already have 2-3 people going with Upamecano to start, then I guess we can agree to go.
I think I'm the
Upamecano
only Upa
one.
starter, no? The other 2 are Koundé.
I got
Oh,
Kunde,
wait.
but Yeah.
To be fair, if
True.
I was to actually give my opinion and based on the very little I've seen Koundé and Upa, I'd probably start Koundé low key.
All right, we can just go.
Yeah.
Alright, 1 Koundé, 2 Upamecano, and 3 Koulibaly then. Is that calm?
Yeah.
No dramas. Now we move over to left centre back. We have players that were just slandered by my good mate Mav just now. We're going to be having Romero, Gabriel, and the little butcher. I guess brace yourself because we might be here for a minute.
So Romero don't play left centre back, but it's fine for the.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He
Oh
plays
yeah,
right
no,
centre back.
I know, but I had to just put
No,
them
I
in
hear it.
because of the similarities of the situation.
Yeah,
That's
the
what I said
play, the
before.
types of players. Yeah.
I hear it.
Who would like to kick us off? Because if I start, I might get.
Ollie,
in
you
trouble.
start, man. You ain't had one, yeah? Have you? You've.
Yeah,
I
you're
can start.
going.
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm comfortable with where I'm going as well, and I'm not even really too. It's not even a bias thing. I'll be honest with you. I go. Gabriel starts, Licha on the bench, and Romero. Off you go, bro. Off you go, bro. Very easy for me. Gabriel, most consistent. Everyone talks about his bozo gene, and they talk about like how his hairline is so bad or whatever. But ever since he fixed that hairline, much like ter Stegen, he's been incredible. Rarely ever puts a foot wrong. Even Arsenal fans that are biased towards Saliba, that they love Saliba so much, when Saliba has an off day, the one brother sweeping up and covering every time, Gabriel. I know my mate Denman has watched Gabriel lock up Kane enough times, where Kane doesn't do nothing unless he gets a penalty. Gabriel easy, and Licha is there because...
There's no way you're using this to put Kane's line. That's crazy.
Hey, I'm just
That's
making
crazy.
my point. I'm just making my point to emphasize how good and how dominant this guy is. And Licha can come on and be a bit versatile. You can go left back, you can go somewhere. But to be honest, I don't really want to bring on any of them because I saw what happened when they were bringing on these guys in the World Cup. They just started squandering leads to like Netherlands and that. So
Yeah, sadly,
It is what it is.
Romero was never brought on in the World Cup. He was a starter and he won it. So that's just one of them ones, isn't it?
yeah, I saw Licha come on and they threw the game to Netherlands. That's what I was referencing, mate. Okay, so I guess you don't agree then. So by all means, what's
Of
your
course
free?
not. I'd argue each three of the people have come in and improved the team's defence.
Agree.
And even though I know he likes to dive into a challenge, but that's just the way he plays.
That's an understatement. You get about 8 yellow card challenges and gets 1 yellow card. I promise you, if that guy was getting carded the
you're
way he
talking
should
me your
be.
feelings right now. I get it, alright? You're annoyed that he don't get a red card. Alright, cool.
Nah, I'm not annoyed, bro. You can
If
bake
it
off
was
in like 5th or
Xhaka,
6th,
he'd
bro.
be off. If it
I'm-
was
nah,
Nketiah,
no dramas,
he'd be
bro.
off.
Nah,
If it was an
dramas.
Arsenal player, he'd be red card 3 games.
Let me
I've
tell
heard
you,
it all
I have-
before.
I don't look at
Alright.
Tottenham, bro. You man can go chat to Brighton and Fulham and them, man. Work to
Listen,
that poor
bro,
lady,
you're
man.
top of the league, man. Like, bro, you're top. Be happy.
No,
you're
I'm
top of
aware,
the
but it
league,
doesn't.
bro.
But I wasn't rating Romero thing last year either. That's the thing. When we were
Alright,
like
cool.
8th or
But
whatever.
the fact of the matter is, like, club level and international level, Romero's come into both setups and improved the team. Messi got asked about literally who one of his most impressive players were at Argentina. He literally said Romero. Like, that has to count for something. Like,
I mean, it doesn't when he says the pool as well. So
I think it does.
it doesn't
I think
count.
it
I'm
speaks
afraid.
volumes.
I'm afraid it doesn't.
anyway.
It really doesn't. When his favourite player is DePaul and he's literally stated DePaul's the best Argentinian player, it doesn't count. I'm sorry. He picks
Anyway.
his friends. They must talk a lot in training or something. It don't
Anyway,
He defo bakes
starting
it the
Martinez, subbing Romero, selling Gabriel. Get that bozo gone.
Oh, dear.
What did you
Oh,
say?
you see, so
Starting
one's a
Martinez,
bozo, but the other
subbing
guy
Romero,
is passion
get
and
that Gabriel
hunger and
bozo
desire.
gone.
All right.
See,
Yeah,
for
so
Romero,
I'm normally
that's
the
the way
voice
he
of
plays.
reason. I respect
See
your
you later.
opinion. What are you saying?
Hell, I put Gabriel and Romero are bozos in my eye, but
When's the last time you seen Gabriel exhibit the bozo genes, though?
Yeah.
that's a good question.
Romero's
That's
is a
question.
week in, week out. Like, every game,
'Cause
you're seeing 4 or
he's-
5 tackles where you're
yeah.
thinking, could be yellow.
'Cause
Could be a yellow. That's what we're basing it on. Fair play.
Gabriel,
No, because you know what it is. Let me be honest with you. It's like the Harry Maguire thing of previously. I'm not saying
Oh,
he's
please.
his level, by the way. He's better than Harry Maguire, but hear me out. Harry Maguire's thing, when United fans were rating him, it was because he kept on getting away with these challenges where he'll be grabbing guys in the box, grabbing guys' necks and shoulders and whatever, where if they were giving away penalties for these, suddenly it wouldn't be the same narrative. It would be, this guy's making so many mistakes. Like, what's this guy doing?
It happens. If you're going to judge a footballer's ability just off them not getting yellow cards or something, it's a poor argument. But I understand why you rate
No,
Gabriel,
I'm
'cause
talking
he's
about
part of
how he's
Okay.
more rash than the other CBs in question. That's what I'm saying. He's the more rash one.
Do you know what? It's strange that the Arsenal and Tottenham fan are going at each other right now. It's
but-
completely unexpected. Completely
No, it's not even.
unexpected, I'll be
It's not
honest.
even like I don't
Completely
like.
unexpected.
I fully understand like his reasoning for wanting to keep Gabriel there. I get it. Like you're top of the league. Like you're playing great football. Like he's part of that setup. Cool. But at the same time, if you were to ask majority of fans in the Premier League, if you was to pick one part of Arsenal's squad which they should change going forward, if they was to have to, they'd pick Gabriel, or probably Gabriel.
I can't lie, them, and I think you've actually nailed that there. That sentence right there. I think I think that's 100% facts. But Yaz, you were about to say what I was hoping you were going to say, I think. So carry on.
They're both bozos, first of all. Just once again. But Gabriel recently, and it's not because they're in first, Amenyah made a very good point. He covers up for the other centre back who is more of a bozo than him.
Hey,
Who's
you
Saliba?
Hey.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna start Lisandro because I feel like he's the most consistent, and I really liked him. Although I despised him when he first joined, and I just memed him because he was a midget. But I think I'm gonna keep Romero, and I'm gonna sell Gabriel.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
I
I completely agree with Yaz's assessment. I think if you put Romero in Gabriel's position, Arsenal are a better team. I know Arsenal fans don't want to hear that because he's a Tottenham player, but that's just facts. If you put Martinez in there as well, the same Martinez that Arsenal fans are still trying to act like isn't an incredible centre back because they memed him for so much at the start of the season.
We got the better deal. We went and got
changed
Zinchenko
Arsenal's
instead.
team.
It's calm.
Sure,
We're
you
even
did.
better now.
Anyway,
We're better.
and if they had him in their team, they're better. For me, Lisandro Martinez is the most consistent and the one that starts here. I am benching Romero and I am selling Gabriel. That's my order as well.
Well, sadly, this is a democracy. So I would love to do a thing where I say, listen, it's my ball, I'm going home, but I can't. I got a podcast to manage. So,
It's just like
unfortunately, I have to go with this rubbish thing.
Bro, this could have been avoided if you put Romero in his correct position, bro. Like,
It really could.
No, but I wanted the debate. That's why I wanted it to be like a bit chaotic.
Yeah,
that's
no.
all. Yeah, you know what I mean. Because Romero is not going to chat to Koulibaly and these man. Let's be honest.
Oh
man.
no, he's
You know
he's
what I
starting
mean?
every
That's
time.
too
Then,
easy.
isn't he?
At least this is. I mean, I thought it was
I hear
a
it.
bit of a debate, but they're fine then. So what? Gabriel's getting sold, really?
I think, come on, Amenyah. Like, Amenyah, if I asked you 6 months ago, you'd say it as well. Or like, even 5 months ago.
I wouldn't.
Like, at the end of the day,
If I asked 6
him,
months ago,
but
guys
you-
wouldn't even
you
chat
put him
about
with the
Licha
other two.
whatsoever.
You wouldn't chat about what?
Licha, Lisandro.
No,
months ago,
because he
guys
hadn't
wouldn't.
played in the Prem yet, so we couldn't judge him. Whereas
I know, but
Gabriel
that was,
has
the
played
question
in the
was
Prem
that
for a very long
I know,
time.
but someone said I would have sold Gabriel if it was 6 months ago. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No. That's a bad example for sure.
Listen, we'll see, man. We'll see. Real eyes, real lies. That's the phrase out there. We're gonna see soon enough. All right. Over to left back, Gabriel. I'm so sorry, man. I tried my best for you, bro, but they don't want to listen yet. Left back. We're gonna have. This is interesting because obviously form has been a bit questionable for some of them here and there. Who knows? We're gonna have Joao Cancelo, Theo Hernandez, and Alphonso Davies this season. So from
That's
August
really a
up
play,
until January now, that's 6 months ish.
I'll
What are you
dive in.
thinking?
I'll dive in. It's
Go
an
ahead.
easy one for me.
Okay.
I'm starting Davies, I'm benching Theo, and I'm selling Cancelo. It's a wild one. This season so far, I am not impressed with Theo. He's a liability defensively. You can see Milan getting caught out multiple times down the left-hand side. The World Cup proved that even further when he was getting cooked every time. The point where Camavinga had to cover for him at left back. I'm benching Theo.
No, we're telling fake stories now a little bit because he got rested at that game that Camavinga played
Yeah,
left back.
they
They had
literally
won the
changed
group,
every
and
player
the
in the
person
team,
that
yeah.
cooked him was Bukayo Saka, the best right winger in the whole world. So
Okay,
like,
alright.
who isn't gonna get cooked? Do you know what I mean? That's a bit.
Yeah.
We're stretching it a little bit there.
Yeah, I'll be honest. He doesn't get cooked that often in the Serie A either. By the way, there aren't wingers good enough to do it. Like the only time he gets cooked is like against Napoli or Inter.
But yeah,
even then,
once
not
again,
really.
there you go. If he plays a competent winger, he gets cooked.
Yeah, but that goes for any
Yeah.
fullback in the world.
No, really? No,
Well, it does.
no. Because I feel Davies can lock up wingers if needed. I think he can do that.
I don't know. You know, being a defender myself, you should get beaten by the winger every time they have you one-on-one, unless you're getting help. That's how being a fullback goes. So I think if you put Theo Hernandez in the Man City team that Cancelo's in, I think he is the best left back in the league by a country mile for me.
Ignoring Zinchenko again, but that's fine. Cool.
Whereas no, I mean Zinchenko has obviously been playing fantastic as well. But I think, and again, if you put Davies in that City team, he's clear of Cancelo and Theo. So yeah, I agree with your order. I just didn't agree with your reasoning.
Denman, any thoughts? I guess based on the World Cup for the other league players that you probably. I guess
No, to be fair, I have no disagreement with that list either. Like Cancelo's not even been playing really, has he?
Rico Lewis sent him home.
And I just rate Davies more than Hernandez personally.
So are we then going with? So what was it?
Davies.
Alphonso Davies 1, Teo 2, Cancelo 3.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Fair enough.
Order.
Now we move on to one of the areas that this whole, I guess, video, I suppose, has come about because it's been all over Twitter for the last, I don't know how many weeks. I have to be very careful how we navigate this, of course, but nevertheless, let's get it cracking. Casemiro, Rodri, and Thomas Partey.
Allah.
Mav?
Oh, this is a tough one.
I can jump straight in on this one for me.
Feel free.
It is start Casemiro, bench, Partey, sell Rodri.
Fair enough. Any reason for selling Rodri?
Because we're going off this season, and for me, Rodri has been one of City's best players. But then at the end of the day, he's going up against the other two best DMs in the league. Casemiro being one of the best DMs that has ever played football, and Thomas Partey obviously playing absolutely out of his skin. That's it.
There's Demon, your thoughts on that list there, mate?
My true thoughts?
I don't know what that's meant to mean.
I know what that's meant to mean. I know what he's about to say. No, he said that.
Go ahead.
I back you, Denman. I back you.
Blimey. So based on footballing ability,
Yes.
only footballing ability.
I know this guy is looking deep into the camera when he's saying that.
I'd stick with Casemiro up top. He has come in and played brilliantly, but at the same time, you could argue him being top as well. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
you could absolutely argue, and so he'll be second, and Rodri will be third. Move on to the next one. We're not going to go too much into this on my side.
Yes. Your thoughts on that, mate?
For Allah.
I know that. Let me never say anything. It's cool.
I'm selling Rodri. He's the worst of the three. It's an easy one.
Okay.
Yep.
However,
Yep.
I feel like if you go in the market nowadays, it's easier to replace number 5 than Casemiro.
Like I said, I ain't gonna be there dying on this hill, so I'll accept a second place for him. I can sell Rodri. It is interesting, of course, this Casemiro guy that's so well experienced and well equipped. He went and decided to, in the last 10 minutes of a game, go and crunch so hard with a
Nah.
Very
Amenyah, you know what? I actually hear your arguments so much, but that is the one.
I don't have any. I'm not even gonna say anything.
No, but like that whole thing about him crushing someone, like that was a good tackle. That's a very good tackle.
What? That was a good idea. No, man, it wasn't even like it was 1-on-1 or something.
When you're playing in a game, like whole game, they don't sit there thinking, "Oh, I can't get a yellow. I can't get a yellow because of Arsenal. I can't get a yellow because of Arsenal." Like,
no, I can't lie. It was defo in their head, though. It was defo in their head.
No, of course, no, it was, yeah.
And the way in which he went for it,
you saw the
I can't
penny
lie,
drop once he got the card.
Yeah,
he
of
realised
course.
once he got the card. So it's one of those that I agree with what Demon's saying. I don't think he in that
didn't
very
have to go
moment
in there
he
at
thought
all.
the
It
wider
wasn't like it was the last-
ramifications. And I
Yeah,
mean,
but
it's one of them.
that's my
one of
point.
them,
Isn't that an
because-
issue, though? You should be
No,
thinking about that,
but
surely.
then,
No,
okay, so what?
no,
So
when you're
what?
playing
He
football,
leaves
you
him,
don't
he leaves him
think
to
about
run
that.
through and goal and score instead.
Yeah.
Like,
He wasn't one-on-one.
You have to.
He wasn't
You
one-on-one.
have to.
No, but he's
No,
a
but he
dangerous
wasn't,
player.
but
Like, there's not many people that believe.
I'm trusting the incredible Lisandro Martinez. No.
No,
I mean, you stop that. Come
your
on,
attempt
bro.
at agendas here is wild.
No, I'm just asking the question. You have to trust the incredible
No,
Lisandro
you
and
don't,
Varane
because
combination.
he doesn't know what's behind him. He doesn't like.
Why doesn't he? Why doesn't he? Why?
Because
That's,
the
whose fault is that?
situation's developed. He's in a dangerous position. He isn't 100% sure if the centre back has rotated out.
I do disagree with Amenyah on this point, but I do actually think that challenge could have easily been a red as well, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
Like, if we're being
absolutely,
honest, 'cause that was-
absolutely. It could easily
Yeah.
have been a red.
That
100%.
was
100%.
That was not the best attack.
But then if we're gonna do the hypotheticals, if the ref gave the penalty for McTominay, then Casemiro probably wouldn't have made that tackle, and there you go. So
if my grandmother had a wheel, it should be a bike.
Exactly. But you started it with the hypotheticals, isn't it? So
no, there wasn't
you
hypothetical. He did put in a wild challenge and got himself booked for the Arsenal game. That's not hypothetical.
No, he did. He did. But
so
he
what's
also
the
had
scenario
to.
I've
He
made
put
up
himself,
there?
they were in a position where he had to make the tackle, and he did, and it is what it is.
I don't know about that, man. It wasn't one-on-one through on goal, but fairs. All right then. So we are going to be starting Casemiro then, and Rodri's getting sold. I'm sure guys will understand.
Agendas over facts. People will be crying about it.
Off to centre mid. I had a bit of difficulty there because I was trying to think what would be a good trio, but I had to leave out like Arsenal players, man, because I didn't want to make it too Arsenal heavy. So
I understand keeping him in though, just because it's like you're top of the league, innit? So
no, because this would have been a good one if I had an Arsenal player in there, but I replaced them to get more Liverpool bites. Jude Bellingham, Bentancur, and Thiago Alcantara.
Oh, what are we doing here? That is a straight in start Bellingham, bench Thiago, sell Bentancur. Don't care.
Denman, your thoughts on that?
sad, man. Can I have a moment? Like, can you go to someone? Yeah, I was gonna say if we're going on for this season, like
Devin, he's doing you dirty with these, by the way.
bro, no.
Do you know what it is?
I don't mind the things what he's saying because like the centre back one with Gabriel Romero and
I haven't done
it was
anything wrong
good.
at all.
Like it was a good debate.
I haven't done anything wrong at all.
I'd even argue as well. Like I still think this is a good debate. But I think
I've been fair.
Jude's top and it ain't close. Like if you was to ask me who's the better footballer over the course of their career, I'd say Thiago. But I think this season, like when both people have played, I think Bentancur's been better. Like we look a better side.
I think me and Denman, we're gonna have to hold our North London forever flags together. Because I'm hearing that, man.
Like Amenyah's blessed me low key because he's given us two of our.
Bro, I was gonna put Saka in there, bro, and then you're done, bro.
I generally like I don't know. I think most other fans might agree with me. I don't know. I don't think I'm being too biased though. I think if people
you're not.
Play,
like, the thing is with these three, like Bellingham is clear in this convo.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not gonna call you crazy if you want to put Bentancur there for obvious reasons.
Oh no, I am putting Bentancur there. I'll be real.
Yeah, exactly.
So am I. By the way.
When you take Thiago out of Liverpool, they're a much worse team. When you take Bentancur out of Tottenham, they're a much worse team.
Although here's one little factor though. When you put Thiago into Liverpool, we've seen what's happened to them. Like let's keep it 100. The Liverpool downfall has begun ever since a certain thumbs up guy entered the building. So if we are being fair, you have to use that. But it is this season.
The entire season that they've been downfall has been because Thiago.
No, I didn't say that. But you said like when you remove them, they get worse. And I'm just saying, I just made the point that when they added Thiago, their midfield lost that bit of. To be Liverpool midfielder, you got to be a PNP merchant, man. Yes. Are you gonna take us to deadlock or are you?
No, I'm agreeing. I'm
side?
selling Thiago. It's not even a question for me. I can't lie.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just I don't know if it's like because of Liverpool as a whole, but I'm not looking at him and saying, "Oh, what a key player he is." If Liverpool lose it, but Bentancur, you take him off first, and they just cannot do anything in the midfield.
People say that like Thiago gets the ball like when he's under pressure and feeds it out to people, even though a lot of the time he loses it. But we won't speak about that. But yeah, like this is really tired me because I'm a big Thiago fan. I like him. It might just be because he looks good when he plays.
You just need to look.
Yeah, he just looks silky, innit? Like,
yeah, he just looks cold when he plays. Like, but I don't know. Bentancur is just very pressing.
Bentancur used to annoy me because like initially. I was just there like, brother, this guy's not even... Like, he just kept on scoring that stupid, like, last-minute goal all the time. And I'm like, bro, like, do something else. Like, don't just keep on popping up with, like, random goals. Like, how about, like, play a little bit? But then when you look at Basuma come in, I'm there thinking, Basuma, that's a solid signing. Bro, that guy stunk it up. And I'm going to go Bentancur. So I guess that's 3 and 1. So we will go Bellingham, start, Bentancur on the bench, and Thiago, thumbs up to you, pal, but you are getting sold. We move on to our number 10s, or if you like, attacking midfielders, whatever you want to call it, attack-minded midfielders. We have...
I already know who you're going to say.
Yeah, I already know.
Let me know who it's going to be. Let me know who you think it is.
I know you, man. I know you.
So what am I gonna do?
Odegaard, Mount, and some KDB.
Who the hell invited Mount, bro? Is Odegaard
It's
KDB
gonna be
and
Bruno
Who
Fernandes.
invited
Oh,
Mount,
yes.
bro?
Yeah.
Get that out of here.
How can you miss Bruno Fernandes? It's literally about to be Bruno Fernandes.
All right.
mate.
It is.
Yeah,
It is
okay.
Odegaard, KDB,
Okay.
and Bruno. Of course it is, man. Mount?
I
Come on, man.
I'm invited.
Come
I thought
on,
he'd
man.
throw in like a Chelsea player of some sort.
Nah. Not Mount, bro. You had your
Yeah,
reasons.
God bless, bro.
You
God
can-
bless.
You can have that, man.
Mount,
I'm
brother
happy.
said Mount. I can't believe you said Mount in the.
No, it's just I like it's such an Amenyah thing to do. He threw Bentancur with Thiago and Bellingham, and Romero at left centre back.
Yeah, but I just, I was just helping out them to get him a couple players in there. man. That's
It was always going to be this three, wasn't it? It was
Well, Odegaard's
always.
Odegaard's
Well,
top. I think we can all agree that. Like,
Yeah,
based on this
it's
season, like,
it's an
he's-
easy
I
list.
don't know. We might not
Yeah,
be.
it's
Is it?
clear.
it's another no-brainer, and
Yeah.
I think we're actually all going to agree on this one. I think Odegaard going off this season, it is Odegaard, KDB, and Bruno Fernandes in that order.
Interesting. So Odegaard's the best midfielder in the league this season. That's cold. I like the sound of that.
All right.
No,
man.
he is, and I said he was going to be your best player ages ago.
You did.
He dribbles when he needs to, he passes when he needs to, and he shoots when he needs to. He's literally got the perfect football IQ, in my honest opinion, and I love watching him play football right now. He's genuinely the reason I'm watching Arsenal.
Now he shoots. It's crazy.
I agree
Bro,
with
it's
him, but I
crazy.
don't agree with love watching him play football. But for obvious reasons.
He despises it.
For obvious reasons. It makes me
love
feel
it.
sick.
I
Even though he's in my
absolutely love it.
fantasy draft, it makes me feel sick to the stomach.
How can a man elastico pass in
No,
a
that
game
was just
against
too
Man United? Like
stupid,
what?
bro.
Like what are we doing?
I didn't
bro?
even
Like,
clock
what
it
we
at first.
doing,
Only on the
man?
slow-mo
Ridiculous.
replay, I was like, wait, he actually did that. Like, what is this guy on, bro?
He's just
So,
no. He's
think
just
fast.
he's just moving different.
So is Bruno getting sold by everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Horrible football player. Every chance I get to say it, horrible football player. Horrible
He's been
football player.
alright this season.
No,
since
he's
that-
been-
that
I-
part
I
of
think
season
horrible's
seven.
a bit harsh,
no,
right?
no, he's been okay.
alright.
He's got this thing which I absolutely detest is no matter how bad he plays, he'll walk off the pitch with a metric. So what it leads to is you can't tweet saying he's had a bad game because you will get everyone saying, but he got an assist, but he got an assist. That assist will literally be a 3-yard pass and Rashford smacking it from 35 yards. Like
I ain't gonna say too much,
it's
but
so
that sounds like
jarring.
someone else in this trio. That sounds like someone else in this trio this season who somehow is on course to get this assist record. But when I watch the games, I'm thinking, but I won't say too much on that one.
You're about Odegaard, right?
Only recently.
Oh, I'm not talking about Odegaard, mate. I'm talking about the guy that has 11 assists with a robot up front. That's who I'm referring to, mate.
I think KDB is I very much when I watch City right now, KDB's trying too hard because the team aren't playing as well as they have been.
And I will not forgive him for diving against Fulham to win a penalty in the last minute. What a rat. And of
What a
course, the
friggin'
Belgium-
legend.
The Belgian
What a
World Cup as
player.
well. Massive asterisk. That was serious.
I should
but
put
there
him
we
top
go.
for that.
There we go. That is our attacking midfielder. Now, you have to understand. We have one lost Arsenal player, and it's impossible not to. We're going to the right wing. We have a lot of United players in the whole thing. So just allow me one lost Arsenal player. We're gonna go Bukayo Saka, the star boy. We're gonna go Mo Salah and Ousmane Dembele.
Oh, to be fair, I didn't expect that.
Wait, what would you?
I did not.
I didn't expect that. I already had Kulusevski written out because I thought you might go for a little Tottenham versus Arsenal for the
Again,
clips.
yeah.
But
I knew he wasn't going to go Cooley,
Yeah.
but I did not.
I was in trouble because
I was slightly expecting a Rafa Leao or something like that. There, I can't lie, but I did not expect to hear those names.
Because it's an interesting one. That's why. Kulusevski, let's be honest, like as cold as we all know he's cold, but Kulusevski just not better than Saka this season, and now we know he isn't in general. So I didn't want to make it that easy.
You didn't have to put that last bit in. Now we know he isn't in general. Like, what am I hearing
No,
from?
like,
Like,
he isn't,
what?
like, he isn't. Like, but it's
Like,
calm,
are we
though, he isn't.
forgetting him coming in last season, January, and absolutely tearing it up and having most assists more than anyone else, taking everyone on working back.
That's
Like,
cold, bro. That's
crazy
cold, man,
player.
but that's cold, but one right winger is the best in the world now, and the other one isn't. So it is what it is, man.
I can't, honestly, when I say when the Arsenal downfall comes, I cannot wait.
No, by all
I
means.
can
And you might be waiting for a
wait.
while
Yes,
because
okay.
Do you know what the worst thing is, Mav? You know what the worst thing is?
You might be
Like
waiting
when
a
these
while.
men were losing week in, week out and stuff, I was giving it no corn to these man. And now I've got people even
I
coming on
haven't
mentions.
given
I
you
got
that.
people.
Then,
I got
man,
people coming
you
on
saw my
mentions
tweet.
I don't even
I
know,
haven't done
bro.
anything.
You saw
bro.
my tweet the other day. They've gone for like Arsenal
People
fans
I
have
don't
gone
even
for
know.
being a fan base I was rooting for because I actually like their fans. To honestly, somehow they're overtaking Liverpool and City fans in one weekend. In one weekend, bro. In one win against Man United, they've turned into the most unbearable fan base in the world.
Let me tell you what. Let me explain, because these United fans, yeah, obviously you are not the leader of United Twitter, or no one is necessarily a leader, but we have the football Twitter guys that we all know who they are. These men have been going on about that 3-1 win the entire season, like the entire season, yeah.
Okay,
every day.
I agree with
Oh,
that.
but
I
you lost.
agree
Oh,
with
but you lost
that. I do
3-1.
agree with that.
So of course, when you get your chain back, you're gonna come and say, yeah, like hold that, bro. Charge it to the game. You got packed in, like it is what it is. And the other thing that I don't understand is that people have been saying the whole season, oh, Arsenal, why all these Arsenal fans pretending they aren't good? Why are they just trying to downplay their team the whole time? I hate these Arsenal fans downplaying the team. Just say you're going to win the title. Suddenly, Arsenal fans are now feeling confident again because we've beaten the top 5-6 teams that we've played other than Newcastle. And now it's, look at these Arsenal fans. They're getting gassed about their team. Like, what one do you want then?
I don't know. Me personally,
Amenyah,
I don't have a problem with that personally. Like people getting gassed about their team. I think that's why we all like follow football, innit? Like at the end of the day, my argument was more so these little.
Man?
No, I wasn't saying that though. I was just saying these little who come in my blimmin' mentions who I haven't heard from before and come in my DMs. I'm like,
for me, it's one of the two. It's either you were. People, or not you. I'm using general you right now for Arsenal fans. Either you were thinking, yeah, we've won the title, and you've spent the last few weeks not saying that to sound humble, and now you've finally saying what you believe, or you quite literally have now got energy because you're suddenly points ahead and you can stretch your wings and be like, look at us, you know me, I've been saying it to you, I've been saying it to Jage, I've been saying it to people all season. Like, have some like proudness of your team and have some faith. Like, say you're gonna win don't say, oh, we might win like, say you're gonna win the league. Like Drew all season has been saying we're winning the league. Like, he's been saying it all season. He hasn't been saying it.
But then that's the same guys that people are saying that they're annoyed by.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm just saying keep the same energy. You know, there's the people that last week were like, oh, City are gonna catch us, or it's City, so we're never gonna talk about. All of a sudden they're like, yeah, we're the best team in the league. No one can touch us. We're better than that.
I don't know who you're referring to there, but for me, mine has been the same thing from time. Mine is we are the best team, right? But people have heritage of the last 10-15 games. For example, Newcastle getting top 4, they are probably top 4 best teams. Will they get Champions League? I don't know. There's a long way to go. They haven't got that heritage. Same way Man City, they aren't the best right now, but they have the heritage. So with every like big game that Arsenal win, of course the percentage chance that you feel like you're gonna win the league goes up again. If we beat Man City February 15th, I'll be there, bro. I'll be flying the flag. But until then, you're still looking at City like couple drop points here, and it's a long day for us.
Yeah,
so
City are the problem, isn't they? Like, if City weren't even a team, then it wouldn't and it was another team.
It'll be lights out, man. I'll be happy, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
just because it's City, like with their super team with all their blimmin'.
They could string like a 20 wins.
I don't know, man. I've been saying
anyway. Our trio: Saka, Salah, and Dembele. Well, we went a bit off track, but no drama.
I can't believe we haven't even answered that question.
Saka first. Yeah, Saka first, definitely, in my opinion. Like, he's having the season of his life.
Yeah, Saka's unanimous number 1.
Yeah, unanimous. The other two, I don't care where people put them. I actually don't. I'll be honest.
You can throw tomatoes at me and bring that World Cup final game again. I'd rather have Ousmane Dembele on my team now instead of Mo Salah in this current form, in this current day, with this current season.
I agree with you.
He got locked up by Cucurella.
Yeah,
I'm not
let's
forgetting that.
Dembele up until like, let's say, well, when was the Bayern Munich game? Must have been like maybe November, October, or something like that. Up until then, yeah, obviously it's not on 2022 the whole year, but he was looking like he was going to be the guy that gets Team of the Year. It wasn't Messi, and it wasn't Saka. He was going to get Team of the Year, but obviously World Cup and that Bayern game wasn't too hot from him, so we kind of forget that. But Salah. I'll say it again and again, man. The day that I go on YouTube and I type in like Mo Salah just to watch him, that means I've been held hostage and someone needs to come and rescue me, bro.
I actually
man.
believe he's the most overrated footballer of all time. I genuinely believe that.
Who's Salah?
I don't care. Yeah, I
Like,
genuinely believe that.
Time.
That is a massive
Genuinely
take, by the
That's
way.
a
like,
big statement.
a
Genuinely
huge
believe
statement.
that.
Love for
I
that. That's
cannot
going on
lie.
TikTok. Love for that one.
I do not rate his thing. I've never rated his thing. Everyone that knows me knows I don't rate him as a footballer at all. Yeah, sorry, man. I'll die on that hill. I don't care. I don't care what people say. I don't care. No one will ever change my mind that Salah is a good footballer. I've never believed it, even when he's scoring goals. Don't care. I don't care.
Hey, TikTok, please like and subscribe when you see this one, yeah? Code. Let's go straight there. Love for that. So I guess, so are we sorted then? So we go in Saka, Dembele, Salah then.
Dembele, yeah.
The worst thing is that we're going to get the Liverpool fans, oh, but Salah 25 GA,
They can suck it. I don't
28 GA this season. What
care.
a bad season. Get out of it, man. Meaty guy, man. Fair enough.
Crap footballer, man.
All right, then. Go on, yes? No, go on,
Metric
yes?
merchant.
Oh no, I'm
You wanna
saying
say something?
your team is in the trenches and you can't carry them forward. Then what is the purpose of you as a star player? You know?
Can only score goals when they're playing well.
Yeah.
Terrible footballer, man.
So wait at that back post and get those goals, man. Cool. Nice one. All right, then. On to our 3 strikers. We're going to have Ronaldo, Abubakar, and... I'm joking. I was going to go Ronaldo, Abubakar, and Weghorst, but I felt like Mav would get a bit tilted at that one because the
Yeah,
answer that I would
it's
give...
an easy number one.
Yeah, Abubakar,
Easy number
Weghorst, I can't lie, you're playing. The actual 3 strikers we're going to be going with are Harry Kane, Lewa, and Haaland.
Oh no, you've done.
I'll give you a few seconds there.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one, no?
That's a very good one.
This is easy. This is easy for me.
Dirty. Oh.
No, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. This is easy for me. I don't care.
Go on.
Oh.
Wait. What are we based it on?
This season.
All I know.
Season, yeah.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It's an easy one. You're right.
But
It is
you're
an easy one.
more than welcome to put players in different teams and say, would they do this? Because guys just do it anyway.
If
Feel
we're
free,
doing the whole
mate.
like players in different teams thing, Kane,
That's what guys
does
do
what,
anyway,
Oh,
so-
Kane does what these boys are doing in their teams, like, period. Like,
Yeah.
he has the
So does that
ability
mean
to
you
do what
wanna start
Lewandowski's doing.
Incorrect.
Like that.
Absolutely incorrect. He does not do what Haaland's
hold-
doing. Don't care. Don't care.
Please, Mav.
Don't care.
Please,
What do
Mav.
you mean, please, Mav?
Bro,
Listen.
listen.
No.
How
No,
many
no.
times
I'll
have
tell you
people
this,
said?
I'll tell you this.
Go
I'll
on,
tell you
spit it
this.
out then, go on.
If he was doing what Haaland was doing, okay, then he would have gone to that World Cup and been the best player there. So I don't want to hear this nonsense of Harry Kane
logic
doing
was
up
a bit weird.
DLP as
Okay.
an out and out goal scorer, which is what a striker's meant to do.
Yeah.
Haaland is clear of him. I'm sorry.
No, that's
And
fine.
it.
That's fine.
That's it. He can
That's
pass
fine.
60 diags. His 60-yard diags, brilliant, lovely.
No, that's
great.
fine. That's fine. But the
Great.
point being that he will still score goals in that City team.
Of course
he would
he'll
still
still
score
score goals.
in that Barca team. And if
Of
you
course.
put Haaland in this Tottenham team, you think his output's exactly the same as Kane's? Please, man. Please. You think he's having the same?
Interesting
you think
point he's
Haaland?
raised there.
You think Haaland? Because Haaland is incredible. Okay, he's an absolute robot. We all know that. Like we're not against that. We all know what Haaland's on. Crazy player. Crazy player. But if you think he has the same impact as what Kane has in that Tottenham team, as Kane would have in that City team, then you're crazy to me.
Okay, I'll ask you
Like-
this. I'll ask you this question
Go
very
on.
seriously. The Dortmund team that Haaland was scoring in, do you
Yeah.
think that is better than the Tottenham team?
What, right now? Yeah.
Yes. What? You
Right now?
really believe that? You really believe
Yeah.
that?
Right now?
They would spark Tottenham,
Yeah.
bro. What?
What? Okay,
But that also what I'm trying to do.
Red Bull
like-
Salzburg when he played there as well, he was bagging. I mean,
Okay,
every team
well,
he's ever
like
played
we
with.
said,
So you
like we
don't
said.
respect Ligue 1 and Bundesliga, but we're
Are you-
respecting Salzburg. Fairs,
Like-
man.
No, I'm just saying.
Really?
For England, when it matters, he doesn't do enough. He doesn't score
What's
enough
enough?
goals.
To be
He
fair,
does score
though,
enough
to be
goals,
fair,
Fairs.
in fairness,
doesn't.
have we seen Haaland
good
when it
teams, he
matters yet?
doesn't.
We haven't necessarily
Against-
seen Haaland when it matters yet. Not that he's been bad. I think we haven't really seen him in those scenarios, really. Obviously, he's had his big 6 games and, done less than impressive. But in terms of, I guess, playing big internationals or semi-finals and that, we haven't actually seen him in that scenario. So it's hard to
I
judge
just,
it.
yeah, I don't know, man. I just can't believe after all these years, like question marks are still being held over Harry Kane's head. And I don't care if he hasn't.
Oh no,
won a
he's a
trophy.
loser. He's a loser. Don't get me wrong,
Like,
he's a loser.
I don't care if he hasn't won a
But
trophy. When it
after-
comes to it, like this player is absolutely incredible and has been absolutely incredible and could do it in any team. Like everyone said it. Like everyone was banging on. Like if City got a world-class striker, they'd absolutely dominate and they'd score like 40 goals a season. I could find receipts of thousands of people who said that, and now it's happening. We're all supposed to be surprised.
Statistically, ever since the arrival of Erling Haaland, City got worse. And then you look at the eye test, and I don't know. I think you saying Haaland is better than Kane is a wild thing because swap their roles, right? I think Haaland would struggle at any other team that's not City. I think he's a system striker. I know
Leo's
Dembele
getting
was-
aired, yeah.
No, so
Oh,
I actually-
100%. It's not even a question.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was actually going to
Good to
probably
know.
start Haaland based off his season, like just because of how
So
crazy
this
he is.
entire
Just 'cause of-
argument, we had to back you, and you went and just put Haaland
Yeah.
in.
No, of course, no, because I like. Do I believe that Kane is a better
It's
all-round
who
footballer?
is
Personally, yeah,
a
like,
better striker this season? That's what who
Striker.
The same way we had who. Well, I mean that's the position we're on now. Who's a better striker this season? Whatever.
The sad
I
thing
don't-
is you
I don't
can't.
know.
Sad thing is you
I've-
can't argue with stats. Like you can't.
The thing I find crazy and the thing I'd never got with this whole conversation is like, for example, so like if we brought Kylian Mbappe into a conversation of three people, everyone goes Kylian Mbappe hands down. Why not Haaland? I don't understand. This is what I don't understand.
Why is Mbappe catching the streets? We haven't done.
No,
Mbappe's not in
but
the-
no, this is the point I'm making though, because Haaland is that level, and for some reason I don't know what it is. It might have been because he's joined Man City, but all of a sudden people want to act like Haaland isn't the player that he currently is showing
No,
everybody
man.
he is.
I don't think
It doesn't
anyone's
make
saying
sense.
You know what it
I'm
is,
literally
bro?
better.
I'm literally watching everyone on Twitter and everyone in football try and say that he's made City worse. All
No.
of this nonsense that
Mav, you
he's
know what
not
it
this,
is?
he's not that, he hasn't got this, he hasn't got that. Like all of these things, but then when it comes to like other players, it's like, oh yeah, but this, but that,
No,
but
Mav,
this.
Mav, let me quickly jump
I
in
don't
here. You know what it
understand
is?
it.
Yeah, like I'm not even coming for Haaland. I was more so fighting the case for Kane, innit?
Yeah.
He's played in so many different leagues and people are still calling him like a system player, or he's only doing it because he's at City. He got the best Champions League goal ratio for his age that anyone's ever had, and guys are still disrespecting him. I do not get it. I don't understand it. I rate Harry Kane's thing a lot, but this season he's decent. He is decent, but Haaland is clear.
Decent.
That's it.
So 2 definitely on Haaland. Yaz is going Kane.
Sticking by Kane.
The thing is, he's just a massive loser. That's the issue I have at the moment.
Yeah, he's a serial loser. Like
He's like, what's wrong with you, bro?
but
Yeah,
So
chill
I'm
out,
gonna-
man.
I was
put that
actually gonna
aside.
back Kane, to be honest with you. I was gonna put Kane as a better striker. However,
So, okay.
the World Cup and just the numbers alone, Haaland's thing is Haaland's thing, man. So I guess then final answer we're gonna go with I guess Haaland, Kane and Lewa. You can go bake off in La Liga or
I
something.
can't be
like
asked
that.
speaking
So,
about
bro.
Lewa. Like,
Yeah,
if
I
we've
ain't got time
talked
for
about
that, man.
Kane and Haaland for this long, then we'll talk about Lewa for just like.
Yeah,
It'll
that's
go on
just
That guy
not a
can bake off,
it's
man.
just
He
a
can bake off.
conversation not worth having right
Yeah.
now, to be honest.
People are gonna get upset either way, whatever gets said. So fair enough. Right, last position then. We go over to the left wing. I've had to try and concoct this one carefully here.
Oh god.
Over- Why did guys just say that, bro? I haven't even said the
Got
names
this one
yet.
differently. All right, cool.
No, it's
If
a
you
good
say
one.
3 different names to what I'm expecting, I'll be surprised. Let's say
No,
it.
it's a good one, I think. Anyway,
Yeah.
number 1, Rafael. Number 2,
Yeah.
Rashford. Number 3,
Yeah.
Kvicha.
Ooh.
I think that's a decent. I ain't gonna put Son. Come on, now that would be violating them, bro. Because Son's
Yeah,
getting.
no, it would be
sold
because Son's had a
immediately.
bad season this year.
Yeah,
Like,
so
there's no
I
point.
would put Son in.
I think this is a really good one. Like low
This is
key,
a
like
good one. This is
And I didn't want to put in Martinelli because there's too many Arsenal players as well. So I said, all right, cool. I'll do this one. Show
But
some
I
love
don't know
the
how to
other
spell
leagues.
this last guy's name. Like, I don't know how to say
Just
it.
put KV or something. Kvicha.
Kvaratskhelia.
Kvaratskhelia.
I want to see Mav start this. I've got my list already. Like I've got my numbers ready, but I want to see Mav what he runs with here.
Do you know what? Recency bias would have me putting Rashford number 1 in this scenario. And I still kind of want to do it, of course, for obvious reasons.
You're more than welcome to. It's your list.
But at the end of the day, it's not all about goals and assists. And Napoli are where they are for a reason. Oh, bro, no, you can't do. This is wild.
I've done it, mate.
This is wild.
Can I give you my one?
Yeah, because it might be what I'm thinking, and I don't want to say it out loud. Go for it.
My one is start feature Kvaratskhelia.
Mm-hmm.
My substitute
Bench layout, right?
Marcus Rashford.
Ooh.
So Leao to Arsenal.
I've gone with... Actually, you know what? Yeah, cool idea. Yeah, Leao, sorry, mate. Yeah, you're not good enough. Just come to Arsenal instead, mate. You're not good enough. Yeah, come to Arsenal.
Could you not have swapped Rafa Leao for Martinelli, and then I could have gone Kvara, Rashford, and Martinelli?
No, because I had to make it tricky, because Leao's been doing his thing. Let's not get that twisted. He has been doing it severely. I try to think about the Champions League. Obviously, it's hard because... The right back he played against was Reece James. Not a lot of guys get the better of Reece James.
Oh, Amenyah, it's fine. He'll be playing against Emerson Royale in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah,
don't you worry,
then I'm
buddy.
going to look silly, mate. Then I'm going to look silly for
Don't you worry, mate. His stocks are going to be flying straight back up.
Since just like a month before the World Cup, well, not even quite a full month, and since the World Cup, Marcus Rashford has been arguably the best winger in world football. So it's kind of taking him off the sales spot.
Let's not go that far, but all right, cool.
On current form, he's definitely up there.
Does exist, but first he said he's
left wing. Okay, left wing.
Cool.
Sorry, I should have specified. You know, I think Saka's above.
Matoma does exist, right?
Shut up, man. So
that's pushed him, anybody?
That's pushed him. That's pushed him out of the sales spot. So yeah, Kvara, Rashford, Leao.
Well, I'm thinking if we were to sell them both right now, Leao goes for more. So I'm thinking from a financial perspective as well. Let me get the bread for Leao and Rashford. I think
Leao goes for more.
That's only because of age. That's only because of age, though. So
maybe. I think Rash goes right now for like. Well, now it's different because he was getting offered for like 40 and that when he was stinking out, bro.
Yeah, right now, it's a lot higher now.
Yeah, he might be like double, I'd say, something like that, roughly. I don't even know.
If we were talking before the World Cup, you could nick him for 50 and that would have been a good deal.
Yaz, what are you thinking, mate?
It's a tough one. I can't lie to you.
It's
really
tough,
because I am a fan of all three. But, I mean, starting feature is
just this season.
Yeah, starting feature is not a doubt. The way he came in from a Russian league, didn't have to adapt immediately. Is Napoli's like best
crazy,
player,
bro.
Just like he's done it. The only issue that I'm having is between Rashford and Leao. Is Rashford is doing it after like the World Cup and after.
Yeah.
While I feel like Leao has been good the entirety of the season. But
that's true. That's why I struggled as well.
That's true. Yeah, that's why I struggle. That's why I struggle.
But I think this level of Rashford. Like what Rashford is doing now, let's say in 2023, is better than like anything Leao has produced this season, in my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think. I
feel like you bring him off the bench. Yeah.
So Rashford is at 9s right now, where but it's like let's argue seven games he's been at a 9, whereas Leao's been at, for example, an 8.5 all season.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really tough for that reason.
Well, based off of that. Like you sub Leao and so Rashford based off what Mav said, like in terms of like the consistency.
Based off what I said, but
obviously consistency is everything.
That doesn't fit an agenda.
Oh no, of course not. I get it. I understand the Rashford hype. Don't get me wrong.
Like, do you know what?
I do wonder, is this Rashford being back or is it like a?
This is Rashford, isn't it? Like,
if I was true to myself, it would go Kvara, Rafa, Rashford.
So Yaz, so what was your second? Like, who are you benching or who are you coming off the bench, Yaz?
I'll bench.
It's hard.
It's hard because I'm a huge fan of Leao. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
so am I, mate. But
bro, if I'm thinking about like and trains right, he'll be a monster, man.
This season, 65th minute, yeah.
The entire idea so far, the way that I've approached this, the way I've attacked this, is no recency bias allowed.
Yes, I agree.
No recency bias allowed.
I agree.
Yeah.
But the way Rashford has been playing, it just crazy, man.
No, I can't lie. I might change, man. I'm going back to Leao, man. You know, I just remember Rashford's game against Amenyah FC, whatever, in Europa. That was
Amenyah.
Yeah. No. Off you go, man.
We're unraveling this in the process. I think I'm gonna. I'm going with Amenyah as well. I'm going Feature. I'm gonna bench Leao and sell Rashford.
Yeah. And I
Makes
see
sense.
Leao
It
off
makes
the bench as
complete
well
sense.
for Portugal. He's
Yeah.
done his thing, so we'll
Just-
back that one. All right, then. Well, I guess that is our 11 wrapped up, man. I quite enjoyed that one, to be fair. That was kind of interesting. We managed to come to some agreements. I'm still a bit upset at the centre-back one, but that's
Right,
okay.
man.
It's a democracy. It is what it is. If you man like this, we can do it for like retired players. Like, obviously not 1920s and these lot, but as in 2000s, 2010s and stuff. We can do retired players. So leave a like, leave a comment. Let us know who was your man of the match. I guess the guy who had the best takes in your opinion. Let us know if you think we got any of them horribly wrong. I think we've done all right here for the most part. But yeah, other than that, have a great weekend. In a bit, safe.